Good morning, everyone. Welcome in to the Lotus Energy Forecast. My name is Uma, the owner of the Lotus and the Light Metaphysical Center and author of The Awakened Life and Chronicles of a Spirit Walker. Today is Thursday, August 27th. We're going to talk about the astrology transits today, your horoscopes, and of course, a spirit guide message for each zodiac sign. And I want to start with a topic. I like to kind of come on here and just chit chat, shoot the breeze, hang out with you guys before I get into all the astrology transits and stuff like that. And I have a really cool topic to talk about. It's about showing up. And it's like showing up when you don't really need to show up, if you know what I mean. So, the reason why I came up with this topic is because of my partner. We we've been together for like 5.5 years, going on 6 years. And I am not lying to you when I say I still get like butterflies in my stomach and I'm still so very much attracted to him. But the reason why is because he shows up. So, for instance, they had this new restaurant that opened in my town, and I texted him a few days ago and I said, "Hey, I want to take you on a date night Friday night." And I said, "Just what time works for you with your work schedule?" And we set a time and we're going to go to this new restaurant. No big deal, right? Like literally the restaurant, and he knows which restaurant I'm taking him to because we live in a small town, and if something new opens, everybody knows about it. So it's right next to our grocery store that we go to, on a weekly basis. It's in like a strip mall. So it's not like a fancy restaurant, you know. I'm laying this out for you guys so you understand this is not a big deal. And it's not even a fancy restaurant, because the food is nice. It's Southern fare. We're gonna go Friday night. We're gonna go check it out, have some drinks, have some apps, some food, and just have a date night. But the one thing I love about my man is that it doesn't matter that it's not a fancy restaurant. It doesn't matter that it's not a big group of people or a party or a special occasion. He's still scheduled to go get a haircut, a shape up, a line up, whatever you guys call it, and to, look his best. And he got that done today and he came and he looked so cute. And I really thought about that for a second because how many times have I gone on a date myself in sweats and sneakers and no makeup? And I'm not talking about a restaurant. Like I'll make an effort for a restaurant, but I'm talking about like the movies or if we're taking a drive. You know what I mean? And I just really thought about that, about I need to just show up in my life the way my man shows up just for a simple regular date night at a restaurant next to our grocery store. So that's the message for today. That's the question I'm going to ask you guys. How are you showing up in your life? Are you showing up? Do you mostly show up and sometimes let the ball drop? How do you feel about that? I like his mentality, and this is one of the reasons why I love him so much is because he motivates me, he inspires me to be a better person. And I think that whoever you ultimately end up with, they should have that aspect to them. They motivate you and inspire you to do better. All right. Round of applause that Uma didn't go on and on and on, right? And that she was able to kind of like neatly bring that message in without spending 2 hours on it. All right, let's get into the astrology transits for today, Thursday, August 27th. So today has a really interesting mix of mental clarity, emotional sensitivity, and relationship energy. First, we have a Mercury cazimi in Virgo. So Mercury is the planet that represents our thinking, communication, and the way we process information. Cazimi means Mercury is sitting in the heart of the sun. And Mercury is also in Virgo, one of the signs it rules. Because remember, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So, what does this mean? It means pay attention to what becomes clear to you today. You might suddenly understand something, just like I had that aha moment about showing up in life. You might suddenly understand something you've been thinking about. You might notice an important detail, recognize a solution, or have a conversation that gives you the information you need. We also have today the moon shifting from Aquarius into Pisces. Now, these are two very different signs, right? The moon represents our emotional experience. And if you're moving from Aquarius to Pisces, you might notice that we're moving from more detached, observational energy of Aquarius into a sensitive and more intuitive waters of Pisces. It's kind of like we're moving from, let me think about this, to how do I feel about this? And finally, in transits, we have Venus in Libra and Mars in Cancer. Now, Venus in Libra is a really great thing because Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. So Venus is at home in Libra, right? So there's going to be a strong desire today for harmony, cooperation, connection, and finding common ground. Libras like to work towards peace. But Mars in Cancer is kind of iffy because Mars is traditionally considered in its fall. Remember, Mars is the fighting spirit, right? Wants to act, assert, and confront, but Cancer is emotional and protective. So Mars in Cancer could mean defensiveness today, emotional reactions, or maybe avoiding saying what you really feel just to keep the peace. But the thing with Mars in Cancer is it can also give you the courage to protect what matters the most. Think like Mama Bear, right? Dangerous, but not dangerous until provoked. So when I put together all of today's astrology transits, the message I get is this. Today is a good day to get clear about what you think, be honest about what you feel, and then communicate from a place that honors both. Mercury is saying understand it. The moon says feel it. Venus says, can we work together? And Mars says, but don't forget what you're protecting. So today, it's not necessarily choosing between your head and your heart. Today is letting your head and your heart have a conversation. Those are the transits for Thursday, August 27th. Let's get into the tarot scopes for each of the zodiac signs. So we're going to get messages we're going to start with Aries. Aries, today, sharp focus lands on your daily routines, help practices, and work systems. Take advantage of this Virgo cazimi to organize a chaotic workflow or streamline your schedule. You have the Hierophant as your message today. So this is about administration, organization, structure, and logic. And it's asking you to just be very detailed and precise in your actions today. All right? It really goes in alignment with your horoscope. Taurus, inspiration strikes effortlessly. Express your ideas today, pitch creative projects, or have an honest heart-to-heart conversation concerning love. Your words carry magnetic weight today. Your message is Two of Wands. Whatever it is that you're doing today, Taurus, is building towards your future. So be very mindful about your actions and your words. Gemini, as your ruling planet Mercury meets the sun, expect breakthrough clarity regarding your home, your family, or physical space. A long-standing domestic question finally finds its answer. You have Queen of Pentacles. This is about love, family, relationships. The focus is definitely on your relationships today. So as you get that clarity, share it with those you love. Cancer, your mind is moving at lightning speed. It is a prime day for writing, teaching, executing administrative work, or tackling important correspondence. Be direct but gentle. Your message is Five of Swords. You might be protective of your energy today as you get into all this clarity. So, like I said, Mama Bear, aggressive but not so until you're provoked. So today, be mindful of your energy and who you share it with. Leo, financial planning and resource management takes center stage. You'll see clearly what is worth your investment and what habits or expenses are ready to be trimmed. You get the Three of Swords for that message, Leo. And I feel with that, it's about really reminding yourself, what is the return on investment, right? What am I putting my energy and time into? And am I getting the results I'm looking for? So today, some of you might be making some cuts. Virgo, the spotlight is directly on you. With the Sun and Mercury illuminated in your sign, your mental acuity is at an all-time high. Step into your authority and communicate your personal vision with quiet confidence. You got the Ace of Wands. You are on fire today. Lots of great energy, almost magical, happening for you. Take advantage of it. This is literally where we say the stars are aligned in your favor. Libra, quiet introspection yields powerful epiphanies. Give yourself space to journal, meditate, or process behind the scenes insights before tomorrow's emotional eclipse wave. You have 10 of Wands. You might be overworked, overexhausted. So a lot of this clarity energy today is going to give you the ideas about how to work smarter, not harder. Scorpio, collaborations and community connections click into place. A strategic discussion with a team, client, or friend group helps align everyone towards a shared long-term goal. Your message today is to take some rest with the Four of Swords and to take some time out to meditate. You may need more information before making a decision. Sagittarius, career clarity peaks today. Expect impactful conversations around your professional legacy, leadership roles, or upcoming business moves. Choose your commitments wisely. Six of Wands tells me today is going to be a victorious day for you. You are definitely being recognized and seen with healthy respect and regard. Enjoy the wins. Capricorn, big picture ideas take solid shape. Whether refining a study plan, publishing content, or mapping out travel, your analytical mind easily connects details to your overarching dream. Your message is you are like an apprentice, learning all you can, soaking it up, and on your way to mastery. Pay attention today, Capricorn. Lots of revelations coming to make you great. Aquarius, deep psychological shifts and shared resource discussions come into focus. You can pinpoint exactly where boundaries need strengthening in partnerships or shared finances. Page of Cups talks about love coming in, but sometimes, Aquarius, the love you need is the love that you can give yourself. Pisces, as the moon enters your sign late in the day, the focus turns to your closest one-on-one relationships. Honest, ground-clearing conversations set a clean slate for new dynamics to grow. Your message is Three of Wands. Look to the future and have long-term planning. You're getting a lot of clear insight about what your next steps should be. Those are the messages for all 12 zodiac signs. As I leave you today to start your beautiful morning, I want to remind you that a lot of clarity is passing around today. So what you want to do is focus on these insights that are coming in, write things down, and take some time to meditate or reflect on the messages that you're getting. I think it's going to give you a lot of good feedback on what your next steps should be. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to everybody who's watching live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys again in 24 hours. Bye for now, guys.